Good morning. Do you remember how excited I was last time I baked the Einkorn and Spelt bread? I was showing you the jiggle thing and I was so excited, but look at this. I tried something different last night or yesterday when I mixed up the bread. I thought I would use a higher hydration. So this bread is 95% hydration, which means that it's a ratio of water to flour. So 95% water to the flour. I used a little bit more starter. I used, I think, 300 grams of starter instead of 260. And I added 1/4 of the amount of flour, bread flour. So I used 1/4 bread flour, 1/4 spelt, 1/4 rye, and 1/4 einkorn. I also, during the process, what I did was I folded several times, I think 4 times, and then I laminated. And I haven't shown you lamination. I can show you next time. Lamination means I just spread it out and stretch the dough as thin as I possibly can, and then I start folding it and rolling it. And that seemed, and then I bulk fermented for 5 hours on the counter, and before I put it in the fridge, about 3-4 hours before I put it in the fridge, I put it in my baskets so that I wouldn't have to handle it before I put it in the fridge, so it would have time to rise a little bit in the fridge. So now I'm going to score and bake it. I've got my oven preheated, and I hope they don't all fall. I just hope they don't fall. Looks pretty good. So I'm going to sprinkle some rice flour on there. And I put a new blade in my little machine here, so I'm going to score. Some people do really pretty designs, but I haven't figured that out yet. And then the big score, and I'm going to just open that up a little bit. There. Now I'm going to put that in the oven. Get my hot pot out of the oven. You can see it spread out quite a bit. I think that's because of the high hydration. I don't know. I hope it comes out okay. Got my little sling under here. Put it in here. And tuck all that in. And put it in the oven. Other one, you can see the little bubbles here. Look at the little, oh boy, look at that. Oof. I sure hope it holds its shape. All right, second one. I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep working at this until I get the perfect loaf. Last time the bread tasted really good, but didn't look as pretty as I wanted it to. And oh boy. Sure did spread. Just gonna Get that. Come on. You can do that. Ugh. Maybe there's too much hydration. I don't know. We'll see. They looked so good when they came out of the fridge. We'll see. 20 minutes in here and with the lid on, and 20 minutes with the lid off. See what the result is. Cross your fingers. So these loaves have been in 20 minutes with the lid on and 20 minutes with the lid off, and it's time to check out what's going to come out of the oven. I hope I'm not disappointed. Well, I don't know. You know, yeah, I don't know what happened there. But you know, I'm still going to try to get that perfect. You look at videos online, and the loaves are always just this beautiful domed with a big ear, and these things are just kind of flat and heavy looking. I don't know. I keep trying. They looked really good before they went in. When they came out of the fridge this morning and yesterday when I put them in the fridge, man, they look good. I don't know. Let's see how heavy they are. They're heavy. Oh well. I'm still going to try to get that real pretty looking loaf. I can do it with the white, like bread flour, but I just can't perfect it yet. Oh well, next time I'll show you what's happening next time. Maybe in between I'll just make some plain regular sourdough so that you can see that I really can make sourdough. Ay, ay, ay. So, I guess I need to remember that this is not regular sourdough. It's not going to be the light, fluffy, crispy, big crumb stuff that you get when you use white bread flour. These are loaves that are baked with organic, ancient grains mostly, and there's a little bit of bread flour in there, but mostly it's ancient grains. So the taste is amazing. The taste is probably the best bread we've ever eaten, but keep working at it. Oh, and our little dog, Willie, he loves this stuff. He just can't get enough of it. With brie on it, butter, toasted with butter and brie. Oh my gosh, he would eat a whole slice of it if we let him. He absolutely loves it, as do we. We love the taste of it. Just not impressed with how it looks, but keep on trying. So I've let my bread cool, and I'm going to slice it before I put it in the freezer. That way it's easy to just take out a slice or two as we need it. Now, I gave a friend of mine who is gluten intolerant a loaf of this bread. And she just called and said that she absolutely loved it. They had it. She made garlic bread with it, garlic toast with it, and they had it with spaghetti. And she said it was just absolutely delicious. She said she loved the chewiness and the texture of it, and the flavor was amazing, she said. So that makes me feel really good. So I'm slicing it, and we'll look at the crumb and see. Oh my gosh, look. It's pretty nice. And it's, you know, it's not that dense. Look at that. Looks good. So I'm going to slice it all and put it in the freezer, I mean. And then we can just take out a slice. I slice it fairly thick. And, you know, we have a piece of this for breakfast. Look at this. We have a slice of this for breakfast with some cheese. And you really don't need to eat anything much between breakfast and supper because it really sustains you. I like it. Look at that. Pretty nice, hey? That's pretty good, actually. It's not as dense as the last batch. This smells good too. There, so I'm just going to slice it all and tuck it away in the freezer. Look at that. Oh, look at that. I'll have to give Marge another loaf.